room, because it's a backpacking room.
That's right.
Welcome to the chat room. Joining me right now is Debbie with Adventures in Backpacking.
Just Roughin' It Adventure Company.
Just Roughin'
Yes,
It.
yes.
We like to rough it.
We rough it, absolutely.
But you know what?
We don't.
You know, but going over your website, it doesn't look like you guys are roughing it very much. You got a personal chef, you got a masseuse.
Yeah, it depends on what package you get. You can go bare bones, or you can opt to get a masseuse after your trip.
Yeah.
So you always have a personal chef.
Always have a personal chef?
Well, the guide always does the cooking. So,
I love that. You know, some of my fondest memories growing up in Arizona is camping with my grandfather. And whether it was Oak Creek Canyon or the Grand Canyon and things like that. So there's some memories about being outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's nature spa.
Yes.
I love that you put that on your website because it really is. You're talking the fresh air, and I know that sounds hokey, but it's not.
No,
and you always feel better when you come back.
Absolutely, and being connected with the wilderness or just the outdoors, or getting out of civilization, is just kind of cleansing.
It is. So. And some of these things that you have on the table all fit in one backpack.
Yes.
Is that right? So
yes.
How heavy are these backpacks that we would be carrying?
Backpacks, by the time most people add their things, should only weigh roughly 25 pounds.
That makes me want to straighten my back up right away when you say that.
Most of our guests are novice, so we have to help them trim down what they're bringing. So this is typically what I would have in my backpack. This is our sleeping bag.
Is it down?
No, it's poly, because just a lot of guests have allergies, so we want to make sure that we don't have any problems like that. This is our sleeping pad. This we do not leave home without. This is our bit of luxury. This actually inflates to 2.5 inches, so you do not feel the ground.
So every person that goes on the tour gets one of these.
Yes.
So they don't have to have the equipment.
No.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
No.
So you could get a bunch of girlfriends together.
Yeah, we could even go do their shopping for clothing for them if they opted to have that happen.
Wow.
So if you don't have time to go shopping, we can do that for you. That would be an option.
So you have everything that we need. Waterproof shorts. I love these.
Well, those are mine.
Oh, those are yours? But you would tell us what we need to get.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Okay, and a couple pairs of socks?
2 pairs, depending on the number of days. Yeah, we would recommend what you would need. We even give advice on when you buy shoes, what kind of socks to have, depending on the time of year you're going. Because most people go middle of summer or late spring, early fall, and it's still very hot. Just think of the bottom of the canyon as Phoenix temperatures.
Right.
And so we recommend what you should bring as far as the appropriate clothing, so you're not bringing too much and you're not weighing yourself down, because what you carry in, you have to carry out.
Now this, what you carry in, you have to carry
including
out.
yourself.
Including yourself. And but the food and all that is another person brings that down, or do you have?
The guide brings it down for the most part. Sometimes our guests will help carry, but if they can't, the guide will carry everything. Some guests just want to help.
Now this is an example of, I can tell that you're an outdoors girl. I'm looking for the blow dryer in the acrylic. Wait a minute.
None of that. Natural.
So you've taken your passion and you created this business. And here's some pictures that we have of some of your hiking trips. Where is this?
That is Ribbon Falls at the Grand Canyon.
Gorgeous.
That's along a rim-to-rim trip.
Rim to rim
is from one end of the canyon to the other, going south to north rim or north to south. That's my favorite picture. That's the Coconina Overlook, and that's from the north rim.
Is that you?
No, that's one of my guests.
One of your guests?
And
that's victory right there.
That is, because we just started. That is, I believe, that looks like that's off the Plateau Point, and that is a beautiful overlook from Indian Garden. And that's South Kaibab Trail, and that's just massive exposure. It's actually a gorgeous trail. And that's Mooney Falls at Havasupai, which is right now closed still closed from the flood in August.
That is
still
gorgeous.
repairing their trails.
So if a bunch of girlfriends wanted to get together and just have a weekend break from the kids, how long do these trips last? What are the...
As long as they want.
So I mean, from a day to like...
We can do day hikes. We could do an overnight trip in the Superstitions. Usually I talk about Grand Canyon because that's the marquee trip. Right. Typically it's a 3-day. A rim to rim is typically a 4-day. If they want to spend extra time at the canyon, have a hotel stay on the North Rim, we can even arrange for that.
So you coordinate all of that?
We coordinate all of it, yeah.
That is so nice, because a lot of times we have relatives or friends that come in Arizona is known as the Grand Canyon State.
Yep.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
So I've been to the Grand Canyon maybe 10 times, and I've hiked it twice, and it was a little bit intimidating, even with the people that I was going with. So how nice is that you do all the work?
Yeah, and what's tough too is the permitting process. Trying to get a permit for the bottom of the
That's what it was. We couldn't get that.
You have to get it 5 months in advance, and if you're not on top of it, especially for May, September, October, those permits can sell out within the first day if they're available.
So we go to your website to schedule, and you need at least 4 women, is that right, or more?
4 women, yeah. Our groups are, the maximum size is 5.
Now let's say it was just me and I didn't have a group of women I wanted to go with. Could I join one of your?
You can join other trips, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
You might be with other men, but they're,
that's okay.
You know,
we could have
they're
fun
harmless. We usually do better than they do anyway.
It's fun. So how long have you been doing this?
We've been in business for about 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And is this just stems out of a passion that you have?
Yeah, it does.
For outdoors?
Yeah, I used to lead for Arizona State University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
All right, and so people need to get good hiking shoes.
Good hiking shoes. Trail runners will work, but I recommend whatever you're comfortable with.
Right.
Just because I'd rather have shoes that work for your feet other than blisters on the trail. Blisters.
Right. It makes me think of that Eagles song, Peaceful, Easy Living.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't it? And you're outdoors and the stars, and and with the fast-paced life that we all live, it's so nice
to get away.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Debbie,
no
for being on the
Thank
chat room.
Thank you.
And I might join you on a hike.
You
I'm going to
should.
give you a call.
Absolutely.
All right, wrapping up the chat rooms up next.
Thank you.